Hello again everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Now today is one of those days that no matter what type of airsofter you are, we will all agree that it's one of the best sort of days, and that's because it's new toy day. Now this has literally just arrived with me this morning, so we're going to open it together. Now as the thumbnail's probably already given away of what's in here, we won't dance around it too much. We'll just open it up and see what it's all about. Okay, so start with the box mag, nice and chunky, that'll certainly hold a few. And then of course, the main bit. Crikey, I tell you what, heavy does not even begin to describe that. That is a monster. So here it is on the desk, bipod extended. It is definitely an absolute beast. That's the full length of it with the box mag. Now I think the reason it's so heavy is it's all metal. I think everywhere it should be metal, it is metal. Obviously the big plastic foregrip, you'd expect that though. All the outer barrel, I think it's all metal as well. So it is absolutely solid. Now in terms of battery connections, as standard we have a mini Tamiya, so pretty standard. Something I'd probably be changing to a Dean's at some point soon, but that could be for another video. And this other lead is what links to the box mag, which we'll have a look at that closer in a second. We have a little catch at the back there, which will allow the top to lift. So pretty solid gearbox. Looks like we've got a quick change spring. That'll make life easy, definitely. I think this is a similar gearbox to what's in the A&K 249, which if some of you have watched my other content, you may have seen that there. And then underneath here we have the adjustable hop-up wheel, which I bet that's going to be something we're going to need to replace, because we did in some of the other A&K models that I've done. So that again could be something for another video. As we move to the front, this has also got, with this dial here, this bit at the end turns, and that is a rate of fire adjuster. So we can speed up and slow down how many BBs per second we're doing. And of course, fold up bipod, legs do extend as well, so there's some little push buttons here which will extend those out, and of course those fold back underneath the gun. But for the moment I needed to support it so that we can actually see it. That is, I'm sure, something you're going to appreciate. Front sling mount, and if we come to the back, another one there, and they do feel solid. So I'm sure if you were going to skirmish with this, I think a sling is essential, let's be honest, because it does weigh an absolute ton. Now the handle on top, here's a question: how solid is that going to be? It's pretty good. I would say that is sturdy enough to be carrying that with, to be fair. So that's pretty good going. I'd say that's all right. And then we have, what we got here? We've got a flip up sight. So that's obviously going to align with the irons at the front. So here's the box mag, nice and simple. Fill it with a load of BBs, plug it in. Obviously that's going to be your fee nozzle, which is going to screw into the entry point on there for the BBs to get into the hop. Of course, connect your cable. That's going to be what controls it, and I believe there's going to be, if we can get some light on it, there you are, some controls for off, continuum. There we are, it's going to be obviously continuous, I should think, when the trigger's going. and auto, it's going to obviously wind itself, or might be sound activated because there's a control slot there. Maybe that's a mic, I don't know. But yeah, nice and easy. So of course that will sit in here, and then that is going to mount on the side of that there. So I'm going to say that that goes, the nozzle here, it's going to go through the little hole, and then it's going to be able to link it on the side of the weapon. Right, stop, hold up a minute. I've just found a, let's call it a bit of a major flaw with this thing's design and its mag. Now, whether it is just this one that's in front of me, or whether this could be something affecting more than this one in front of us, have a look at this. So the mag pouch, so let's open that. Now what should happen, as we mentioned literally a second ago, was that the hose for the BBs that comes out the side of this mag is going to go through the hole. However, now that I've got this mounted in here, that little hole just goes against the metal plate that's here. Now, I don't think it's just me thinking, but there's no way that is going to work. And of course you can't mount the mag in any other which way, because if we have a look at this when I've taken it off, basically when it was on, that hole was just going against this metal plate. Now looking at this, there's a deliberate cutout here which conveniently aligns with that, but doesn't align with that when it's on. So I don't think it's me being silly, but there is physically no way for me to actually mount that and use that currently, which is really annoying. So I think that should be right over here on the end, literally where my finger is here, so that it would then all line up and then that would work. So that's really annoying. That does mean I'm not actually going to be able to put a mag onto this properly. So how frustrating. I think I can modify this, so I'm not too concerned. I will make some adjustments myself to make that fit, and then we'll see if we can get it working. But yeah, that is really annoying considering that's all supplied with it. How frustrating. While we're having a bit of a gripe and picking things apart on it, I've just noticed as well that the sight is a little bit wobbly. I then further noticed that this has come out of the box, and I don't know if we can even get any light in here, can we? Here we go. Look at it, it's offset, so this should be over to this side, so it's not sat in its position. However, I don't think this is a major issue, because I think that can be fixed quite simply. Now if we come round here, if we open this top bit again, there is in here a little Allen bolt just there. So I think that if we unscrew that, it's going to release that sight, and then we can move it back into position. Yeah, so having just loosened that Allen key slightly, that does slide back and forth, because all it does is it pushes the Allen bolt through. There's a little hole in the back of it there which comes through. So if you have one of these and your sight is not level, that's how you change it. That's how you fix it. So I'm gonna put that in, I'm gonna screw it back up, and then that'll be nice and central, and hopefully won't wobble so much. Okay, so the bit that everyone really wants to see is, does it shoot? So we're gonna connect an 11.1 volt 20C battery, and we'll see what it does. So this is going to power both gun and mag. Now annoyingly, because that doesn't fit, and we've been through that bit, I can't fit it all, so I can't actually pick the gun up. I'm going to have to do it, so that's just sitting free on the bench, and we'll shoot it like that, so that'll be fine. So I think what we're going to have to do is fire a few first, which the first few are just going to be blank, because this needs to prime. Now I've put 0.28 gram BBs in this, so let's pull the trigger and wait until it starts throwing BBs. Let's have a go. Okay, so the first few bursts there has now primed it. So let's have a little play around with what this maybe rate of fire adjuster does, shall we? Right, and then with this bit at the front, if we rotate that slightly, so we'll give that a few clicks, that will slow the rate of fire down. So the next bit we're going to do is a power test. Now I'm going to do this using 0.28 gram BBs, just because that's what I would intend on using this on. If ever I want to skirmish it, equally if ever I do any further upgrades, that's what it will be running. Now we're expecting the power to be around 1 joule, because it does say on the side of the weapon here on the little sticker, max 1 joule. So that's the sort of result we're expecting. But what we'll do, we'll attach the chrono to the front of it now, and we'll just see what power we're actually getting with this out of the box. Now obviously I haven't been able to set the hop, because I haven't been able to go to a range and set it all up properly, anything like that. So obviously the hop would make an adjustment once we get it shooting straight, but for now, let's just chrono it as is. Around the same power level, so it is a little bit spicy out the box, so we are going to certainly have to do something to it to actually make it skirmishable, because you certainly can't use that on anyone as it is. So it is going to need a bit of tweaking. We do know we've got to do something with a bit of the box mag, but other than that, how cool is it? It's an M60, let's be honest, it is an absolute beast. It's going to be a head turner. Am I going to be running around with it? Absolutely not. Does it need a wheelbarrow? Probably. But yeah, what else can we say about it? Probably not a lot. I think that covers most things on it. So yeah, hopefully that's been useful. Maybe you're thinking of getting one yourself, perhaps, who knows? But most of all, hopefully you found the video informative and really useful, and I hope to see you all in the next one.